back to our own plane because I hate time
Welcome,
skips.
everybody. You're all unmuted.
Oh, hello.
Yo, fuck time skips, am I right?
Yeah.
No particular reason why.
welcome.
Sensual time skips.
Welcome, everybody, to another fun and exciting episode of Eberron Ashes of the Last War. I'm Obsidia, everybody's favorite Death Knight, as well as the DM of this campaign. Now, we are going to go around the table, do some introductions. I'm going to do a session recap. And as you can clearly see, we are missing someone, which will become very relevant when I do the session recap. That empty black box that says Jubilee. Not at all ominous. Also, if you guys hadn't seen, through this Wednesday, I'm raising money for Trans Lifeline, a trans suicide prevention and support network. I just typed in my my Tilify link that you can click and go check it out and donate money if you feel like it. We've raised over $1,000 so far. It's a good cause, especially with all the shit going down across America right now. So yeah, please check it out. If during the session you also want it, you can just type in !charity. Also, if you want to check out these wonderful people, just go to !players. And every little bit counts, and I love you all dearly. All right, first up, we got the Page.
Hey, the mage. Usually say that, but it actually feels nice saying it. So yeah, hi.
Now you know why.
I know why. Hi guys, my name is Yulia. I go by Royal Knight VT on both Twitch and Twitter. I'm currently fighting with Twitch, trying to get my account back, so haven't been streaming, but hopefully that'll be fixed soon, and I will be back on a relatively normal schedule. Do a lot of JRPGs, do a lot of Skyrim, and play Dungeons and Dragons with these wonderful people. And yeah, I'm a cat girl, a time cat girl. Thanks for having me.
What time of the day is it? It's Catgirl time.
It's cat girl time.
Thank you, Yulia. Everybody should check out Yulia. She's great once she has the ability to access Amazon's industrial complex. #soon.
Oh.
Next up, we have... I gotta do this. This is the last time I get to do it. We have Fruhling.
I think that's about right.
I believe that's actually a southern German pronunciation.
More of not so much Hochdeutsch.
No, more of an Osterdeutsch.
Osterdeutsch. Anyways, hello everybody. My name is Lily. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at LilyFeywood. I was practicing music over the weekend because I'm trying to get back into all that stuff, and I have a playlist in the works of a bunch of sad pieces that I've been thinking about ever since this campaign hit me in the feels last week. So maybe that'll happen. But either way, for the last time, as a soft spoiler, you'll be seeing Fruhling, but I will be sticking around. Don't worry, you'll see in the episode.
That reminds me, I need to get that overlay changed as well for that. But yes, thank you, Lily. Thank you, Lily. You guys should check out Lily. Big sad music hours. You love to see it. And also that Austrian German reference was straight up for you, Master Fail. I hope you enjoyed that. Our token Austrian. And as you can see, there's a big blank black box for Jubilee. Not at all ominous. Next question. Hey, Litro! Or should I say Malral, your pal?
Hey. I'm Litro the Bronze. I like Dungeons & Dragons and old PS1 games and other stuff like that. I am playing
Malral, your big old buddy and pal, and who was a bit hasty because he really disliked the Feywild last time.
Understandable. B Obsidia loves the Fey, makes them literally the most awful people in the universe.
Why don't my players like them?
But yes, thank you, Litro. You guys should definitely go check out Litro. They run a wonderful spacefaring trans pirate campaign on Sundays. You should go check them out.
and hopefully something new soon.
Yes, #soon. Next up, last but never least, we have Ces the Mess. Let's go. Flip your hair back.
Right. She's always been right here.
She's right here.
Right here. Anyways, hi, it's Sif. I play Catgirl Says as normal. I do art. I play games. I have new art to show today, later when it comes up, when it is relevant. But yeah, aside from that, you will not see me the rest of this week. I will be sent to Ohio. I'll see you all next week. I'll miss you guys.
We'll still love you. Please don't get wrapped up in too many webs.
Oh no.
Ayo.
Hey, yo, bondage scene. Let's
Hey,
go.
yo.
Cat bondage.
No, oh god.
No, that's the
What?
other vision
Syl's
today.
gonna fucking kill all of you.
I'm just gonna start DMing Sylv gifs of Ragnara from Monster Musume.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody's favorite Dami Mommy bondage
You know,
lover.
until her rebrand. Oh man, I'm sorry. Quick plug for Syl, because she's working on a new model. I'm like, that shit, it make me go bark. You know, make me go like meow. Like, sorry, I love
Sylv is here.
Christ.
No, Sylv is here to hear that, Sif.
I'm home.
Oh shit.
I'm
Oh.
glad you got to enjoy that, Sylv. That'll be a great conversation point for this week. But yes, thank you, everyone.
Gotta plug the homies.
Yeah, be sure to check out all these wonderful people. Be sure to see your local bondage spider girl and all of the cats that she has enthralled into her web. So now we come to what you've all been dreading. The previously on Eberron, Ashes of the Last War. Our party found themselves with Jubilee saying goodbye to Magnolia, her sister, after their fun beach day. Where in a thing that proved to be very foretelling of the future, she asked Magnolia to do better than her as her last piece of advice, which is the last thing she got to say to her sister. As they then were given a quest by the Houses of Shadow within the Dragon Marked Houses, who normally hate each other, but for some reason were working together. And they were hiring the party to go steal a Fey artifact from the plane of Talantis, otherwise known as the Feywilds. And they took this as easy money, to which they, the next day, got all their stuff together. Prince decided to join them, their lovable flying cat. And they went to the Talantis Grove inside of Greywall, where they have been previously, where they met some friendly dryads, where they met two very eccentric figures. One of them, a elf man with a red beret and immaculate dress. The other, a pale elf woman with skin almost like snow. And they confirmed that the party wanted to take the job, and then proceeded to open a portal to Talantis, wherein they journeyed with everyone else. Upon arriving in Talantis, it became apparent that the two figures who had hired them weren't members of the Dragon Marked Houses at all. They were actually Fey Knights, specifically the Red Cap, the Knight of the Summer Court, and the Banshee, the Knight of the Winter Court, who explained that the Feywilds have kind of gone to shit ever since somebody killed the previous Houndmaster of the Wild Hunt, some would say in perhaps Quest 2 of this campaign. And without the Houndmaster being able to get mortals to direct the Wild Hunt to push back the Plane of Nightmares, the Plane of Nightmares has been encroaching in their territory and will eventually consume them and invade the material world. And so the party was hired to go retrieve the Clarion's Call, a hunting artifact belonging to King Oberon of the Wild Hunt. They also came face to face with Prince's true identity, where he revealed himself to be none other than Ikashi, otherwise known as Kate Sith, the Prince of Cats and Knight of the Raven Queen, and who's just been hanging out, absorbing the soul energy of the party, and mostly just finding entertainment because they're all such hilarious drama queens, and that's pretty entertaining for an immortal Fey being. And so the party journeyed through the Feywilds they decided to avoid the written area that the DM wanted to show off, called Queen's Meat. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm okay with it. And proceed directly to the Plane of Nightmares itself. Upon arriving at the barrier, Ikashi proceeded to tear a hole between the walls between planes the party was able to enter. Malral had a horrible nightmare that did some psychic damage, where he thought of himself naked and late for, or in his final test that he hadn't studied for, which was apparently very traumatic. Before they arrived at the old hunting lodge of the Wild Hunt that Jubilee had been to many times in her dreams over the last several months, since she had attuned herself to heal the sword of the Houndmaster that she had looted, and that she had attuned herself to and became one with over the course of this campaign. Upon arriving inside of the hall, a mysterious voice spoke to them, speaking about trying to undermine their bonds to the Fae, explaining the manipulative and potentially nefarious beliefs that the Fae always have and motivations they always have, and why is the party going out of their way to punish these poor Corey dream spirits. But the party promptly said, "Fuck you, we're working for the Fae, bro. We need our cold, hard cash." And a massive battle broke out in which several members of the party were mind broken as these dream beings kept tearing into their psyche and unleashing their greatest insecurities and doubts upon themselves. But through sheer tenacity and perseverance, they were able to slay the Corey Magister, which then banished the dream spirits from the hunting lodge itself, cleansing it of its role within the plane of dreams. And then the party returned the Clarion's call to the Nights of Summer and Winter so that they could resume the natural cycle of the seasons, for summer had gone on too long and winter needed to come into presence, otherwise life would continue to grow uncontrollably and eventually cause irreparable harm. As they disappeared and the party was left to get a brief moment to be like, wow, that was a heck of experience, I hate the Fae, the mists began to descend across the area, and the Wild Hunt appeared, including the monstrous form of King Oberon himself, who at this point surprised the entire party by offering Jubilee a job offer, basically saying that she had been embracing the mantle of the Houndmaster for so long, and that he was giving her this opportunity to ride with him eternal across the plains, wreathed in glory and power as his knight, and all she had to do was swear fealty to him. Jesus Christ. To this point, Jubilee was on the verge of accepting. The party begged and pleaded and cried, trying to get her to change her mind. But in the end, she told them that this was her decision and this was what she was meant to do. And she agreed to serve him and began her transformation into a full archfey as great falcon's wings were sprouting from her back, wreathed in the stars and nebula of the universe, that when they were collapsed in upon themselves, they became a long, elaborate cloak. She mounted her horse, and the Wild Hunt disappeared into the mist. And with this, the party is now sitting in the Feywilds with Page and Ces by them in various states of emotional disrepair. Is there any last thoughts you want to convey right now before Page and Ces returns you to the material plane? Exactly.
Very
I miss
accurate.
Jubilee.
Did you say so?
I miss Juby.
Mm-hmm. I'll just look up to Ikashi and just say, "Will you ever be able to bring us back here on your own merit?"
Well, it is very difficult for me to return here. Unfortunately, because my allegiances and powers are tied to a different realm. I was given a level of freedom here that I'm not normally afforded on account of guiding you to this point. Potentially, I would have to absorb a great deal of your soul's energies before I could be able to create another portal here.
Then we'll find another way.
If there's any people who I believe could do it, I could see that it would definitely be you.
Paige is gonna walk over and take Ces by the hand. Not say anything, but just hold it.
She still got the goose suit on, but appreciates it.
Touching
Yeah,
her on
she's
the
holding
goo.
regardless.
Hold my goo. Well, I'm sure that this has all been a very emotionally turbulent period for you, so I think it's time for you to return home. I should warn you, though, that, as said initially, time does flow differently here, so it's very likely an incredibly different span of time has occurred in your home plane.
Do you know how long?
It is not for me to say. It is one of the great mysteries of the Fae. It wouldn't have much sport if they knew how long it would be.
I really hope it wasn't that long then. Okay.
And just one last thing. I have to say, you all have been fantastic. And while things may have been a bit tense, and I'm sure that this has definitely given you much to think about, I would enjoy continuing to watch your silly little antics, if you would allow me to stay with you.
Did you know?
Not specifically. I knew what the sword was, but I simply was tasked with observation, so that I could be able to guide you appropriately when the time came.
Then you'll help guide us back when we need to come once more.
Gives you that overly large Cheshire-like smile as his violet eyes kind of have a glimmering sheen to them, and he goes, "Oh, if that time comes, I would love to see how it plays out."
Feel free to leech as much as you want. Not like there's much left anyways.
Excellent. Well, I will be, of course, maintaining my usual form. I know it's much more portable and less alarming to the locals, but without further ado, he takes his enormous, razor-sharp cat claws and tears them into open space, and you see just blackness and decay start like wearing at the very air of the Feywilds as he pulls it down and then apart to show a portion of the Talantis Grove. After you?
Hey man, I'm good right now. You need to take the lead.
I know. I think Fru would kind of, since we're still basically right outside of the what's it called, the hut or whatever,
The hunting lodge.
the hunting lodge of the wild hunt. Just kind of take a second and stare back at it and just think through everything that they know about the Fae's wild hunt. Just shake their head for walking through.
Laryssa will fly behind you, and since I think the kitties had walked away, the kitties will walk through. Malrau.
Mm-hmm.
Melrow will walk through.
Okay. And then last but never least, Ikashi will walk through, and when you return to the material plane, you have the overwhelming feeling of how bland even the Talantis Grove is compared to where you've just gone. Colors seem dimmer and duller, smells fade faster, are less acute. The air seems so dry, so plain, so banal. But now there is a small flying kitty with a little skull patch of white fur on his black chest, flapping next to you, and you see the Talantis Grove has actually changed a bit since you were last here. There appears to be fairly large, maybe like a couple foot wide spots of bleached and decayed portions of the forest that they just go to dirt that apparently has had all life drained from it. And they're just kind of sprinkled here and there, and there doesn't appear to be any of the various eccentric fey creatures you were used to seeing here on your other journeys. And that just strikes you as a bit odd. But the way out seems very clear at this point, since there are no spirits trying to deceive you.
If we take a look around, we don't see any Fae at all?
No Fae. You see 0 pairs of glowing eyes looking at you.
We should try to get home as fast as possible. At least the people at home would know what's going on.
I agree. Protect our own for now.
We should write to the family so they know.
Be able to gather some information, know how long we're gone for.
The goo peels back from Ces. And it's just her again holding her sister's hand. We have things in mind, but I think we should just get home first, and then we'll write up this whole itinerary of things y'all want to do, okay? Let's just
Paige
go.
looks visibly relieved that she sees her sister again.
I have one notes I need you to write right away.
Says grabs Fru by like the collar and goes, "Alright, you write, and I'll make sure you walk." So she's got like Paige in one hand for the other.
Paige will use her free hand to grab hold of Malorel and tug him forward.
Laryssa, do you want to know this too?
Oh yeah, totally! She'll leap on you guys and spread her wings around you.
Malwell offers Paige to ride on her shoulder if she wants.
Is Ikashi right, or just
Yeah,
walking beside
He's
us?
just flapping.
Okay. I'll pat my shoulder to see if he wants to hop on.
Okay, yeah, once you signal that, he will nestle onto your shoulder and start purring.
Shoulder cats.
Paige will remain on the ground for right now just because she's holding Cess's hand too, so.
The goo could come back at any moment.
He's not letting go. It's like a really tight grip.
When
Take us back home, Hobbs.
yes, after the usual 20 minutes, you return to your mansion. When you get to the door, Lily kind of looks up to you, and her eyes get 5 sizes bigger. And she's like, "Oh, by the ancestors, you're back!"
How long have we been gone?
It's been a month. We've been so worried.
You gonna answer his question? I missed you too, but it was like a day?
I just said it was a month.
Oh, it cut off a little bit.
Probably because my voice gets really high when I do leave.
Yeah. Okay, month.
It's been a
1 month. We've only been gone for a day.
That's the Feywild.
I hate the Feywild.
At least it
Alright,
was
well-
only a month.
Did you guys do any jobs while we were away? Did anything
Um,
happen? Should we all get inside and talk to everybody? You look really worried, like really abnormally worried. What's
It's
wrong?
been a long time since you've been gone. I've been worried about you.
I guess. I mean, I always figured with these sort of jobs, you kind of expect that they could last anywhere between like an hour to like a month or two. Yeah,
You've never been gone this long before. And
I guess
I-
that's fair.
We have some sad news as well.
well, yeah, where's Jubilee? Or I'm sorry, where's Lady Ravelon?
Let's get everyone together first before we talk about her.
See if you can't gather everyone into the main dining area. Fix up some food as well. A welcome home meal, if you will.
Okay. Yes, I'll go gather everyone.
Thank you, Miss Lily.
Of course. I would also hopefully that'll get Miss Lael out of her room.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be we Paige and I can get Sylvana out of her room, right?
Oh, okay, I'll notify everybody and start cooking. And Lily's does a little curtsy and scampers off.
If there's a mailbox outside, just drops the letter that they wrote in the mailbox before walking in, finding a seat at the table.
Okay. Do any of you wish to do something before the other characters arrive?
Sus,
Yeah.
are you... I would have thought you would have been more distraught.
Don't worry. But she puts a shoulder on him and says, "Don't worry about it, big guy. Don't think about it. It's fine. Let's get this out of the way first, and then we can move on. You know."
Malral kind of gives a kind of just like a sad like oh no kind of look, but doesn't really say anything. Just kind of like filing that away for later.
Okay.
Age and I were gonna go get Sylvana, but if you want to wait on that, it's totally fine.
No, it can be fine is the next thing. So Fru puts in the letter. You two head up as you arrive at Page's room. You see, or you arrive at Page's room. What do you do?
Should I go in first?
We could knock. I mean, last time we entered a room with her, she wasn't actually when I entered a room with her unannounced, yeah, knock.
Go ahead and carefully knock at the door. Sylvana?
You hear some scraping and some rapid footsteps as the door flies open. And you see Sylvana looking very disheveled. And Paige, you notice that there is kind of a reflection in her eyes, like they have a kind of prismatic sheen to them for a moment, as she looks at you, and she just rushes you and hugs you. And the first thing that comes to mind as she does this is her skin feels like, or her embrace feels like fire. Like it is, you're just getting overwhelmed with that glitch feeling as it's being projected against you. And you see, like, for brief flashes, there'll be like cracks in her skin going up like her neck and along her cheek that show a kaleidoscope of color, and she practically reeks of the Feywilds as she hugs you and starts crying.
Stands there stunned, not hugging her back. Her hands are frozen in place, and she kind of looks down. I'm so sorry it took so long. She's gonna kind of give Cess a little look from the corner of her eye, like, maybe I'll meet you downstairs.
You know, I was gone for a month too, but this seems important. Listen, Sylvana, we're having food downstairs. When you two are done talking, please come down and eat something. You look like you haven't touched a fork in a week.
Yeah, yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm just so
No
happy
worries, no
to
worries.
see you both returned.
It's been a lot. Anyways, I'll be downstairs. Says, walks off.
And as she looks at Paige, she gives you that very like searching kind of look around your face and stuff, and goes, I was close. I was very close to figuring out how to get to you. I told you that I would find you. And I was so close.
I didn't know it was gonna take this long. I said I would be back to you soon. I didn't mean to make you worry.
I knew that when you were gone for so long, I would have to find you. Something happened. So I didn't know where you had gone. Nobody would say it, so I searched and searched and I researched. And slowly I began to put it together that it had something to do with the Fae, and I began exploring means to be able to reach into the wilds and find you. And I think I was so close. It took too long to be able to get the formula correct. I'm so sorry I couldn't find you sooner.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She'll like cup her cheeks in her hands, and just kind of give her a big squeeze. Like, please, it's okay. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that to yourself.
Doesn't mean anything. I was trying to find you. I couldn't let something happen to you. I told you I would find you, and I would save you from whatever was coming for you.
I promised you. I was not going to break that promise.
You notice her kind of, fractal and glitch for a moment as you say that. And she looked and she goes, "It was a month. I didn't know. You could have been dead. I had to find you. Your promise is all well and good, but after so long without hearing from you, I knew that I needed to do more."
I know, and it was only a day for us in the Feywilds. I didn't know how long it was going to be. I didn't know it would be so long. I didn't mean to do this to you.
She kind of pulls back for a second as she takes her hand and kind of like pushes back some of her hair as she kind of exhales. And in that moment, you see that her left hand is like covered in like golden dust, and that reminded you of what you saw happen in the Feywilds to the many creatures that were consuming each other. And you see lots of cracks in her skin coming from out from under her glove.
She'll abruptly like reach for her hand and like grab hold of it.
And as you touch her hand, you feel like lost in time and space for a moment. It's as if the very touching of her is causing your very sense of self to kind of fragment. As it gets harder to figure out where you are right now, as like 1,000 conversations are happening all at once, and you don't really remember which one of those fractals was you.
She kind of hesitates, kind of withdraws her hand for a second.
Just kind of looking at you, confused.
Happening to you, Sylvana?
What are you talking about?
Is it right? This feels like fey magic. What is going on with your hand?
And she kind of pushes her she looks at her hand for a moment and then kind of like puts it behind her back. She goes, sorry, it must be some of the lasting effects of my research into the Fae. I had to experiment on a lot of samples, and some of the lingering effects must still be clinging to me.
Experiment? Wait, experimenting on what? On the Fae?
She kind of looks at you, and her eyes are that full kind of prismatic sparkle. She kind of like cocks her head to the side, confused, and goes, well, how else was I going to find a way to the wilds?
First that we just walked through. Was that because of you?
It will always come back. It's just a plain old breach. The energy will reconsume the area. I wouldn't worry about it.
You have done that. Not for anyone, Sylvana. That's why did you?
It looks very confused. What are you talking about? It was to find you. I had to find a way to find you. I just needed enough energy to be able to tear the portals. I needed to find the motes to create the resonance.
They're living beings. I don't understand.
She it kind of gives you this look like her confusion kind of turns to a bit of like a condescending look, as she kind of like does a kind of half smile at that. Goes, Paige, you should know they should teach you that at the university. It's just plain old energy. They're not like real sentient creatures. They're just manifestations of energy given a slim semblance of what it means to be a reactive being. It's no different than the airships of the lightning rail.
Help the Fae. When we came here, we Jubilee and Fruhling. She kind of takes a step away, her ears back and her tail in between her legs.
And she kind of instinctively, takes her left hand and glove back from behind her back and kind of starts like rubbing it against the cracks that you see at her skin for a moment. her eyes kind of stutter between the prismatic and her normal green, and she goes, it's all behind us. You're back. You're all back. I'm sure that I'm sure that it's as much as my research may help Fruhling in the future. It's gone. You're here. I didn't have to do anything else to find you.
Is it right? You can't keep doing this. You can't keep acting like this the moment we're gone for just a few days.
I don't know why you're being so upset. I just wanted to help you.
It's not the right way. Isn't it?
It was the only thing I could do. You were gone. No one else could assist in it. I had to take action.
You wouldn't have.
What? You would have rather I just let you be in danger, continuing to let the Fae do whatever they were going to be doing to you?
Yes. If it's my life against all those, no. I'd much rather you wouldn't have.
I don't mean anything compared to you. They're just wood to feed the fire. That you're my Paige. You're my everything.
Dude, but we can't let this happen. I can't keep doing this. I can't let you do this. Sorry, Sylvana. I don't know if I can be around you right now.
Sylvana is very confused and kind of doing that kind of panting, half crying of why am I the bad guy here? And you see that her tears sliding down her face are just prismatic motes of energy. I don't understand. I did everything I could to help you. Why are you treating me like this?
I think you're helping me, and I'm sorry. She kind of takes another step back.
And kind of blinks as she continues to cry and goes, are you afraid of me?
Of course not. I'm afraid of you. I just hate what you're doing to yourself. What you're doing because of me. It's not right.
I don't even know what to say right now. How can you not understand? I thought you of all people would get me, would get this.
I can't have you doing this just because of me. Do all of this to hurt yourself, to hurt others. It's not right.
She just kind of takes her own step back and starts shaking her head as you see those prismatic drops kind of hit the ground, and you see that some of the wood panels begin to twist and warp with each one that connects with it. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm not doing anything to myself. I'm doing everything for you all. I'm just trying to help. I was powerless here. I found a way to use what power I had to assist you. How can you not get that? It's not, none of this. I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anything.
You are strong by yourself. I've seen you many times. You've helped us so many times. But not like this. Something is happening to you. Something's not right, and I want to help you. But when you're doing this, it's not moral. It's just hurting. It's just hurting people. It's hurting yourself. It's hurting me.
And she will kind of try to come back and reach for you and be like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to ever hurt you. That's what I've been trying to say.
Take another step back.
And she sees that she kind of like recoils back and pulls her hand back. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you're acting this way. I can't understand it. It doesn't make sense.
I know you don't understand right now, and I do want to help you understand, but you have to calm down first. You have to take this slowly, okay?
And she shakes her head again. She goes, I don't know why you're acting so differently than before. I don't know what the Fae did to you. It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. I need time to think. I need to think about all of this. And you notice that she's fractiling more as she says that.
We will. I promise you, I haven't changed. I'm the same person I was. I was only gone for a day. Please. Try to work this out. Something is happening to you, Sylvana. I don't know what it is, but I want to help you. But the way you are right now, it's not good.
Just the way I am. And the way I always am. And she just goes and like grabs her tunic off the bed and kind of just storms by you as she heads to her room. And as the physical distance increases between you two, you see the reverse of what happened on that hill on the beach, where that anchor point has now spiraled out into a near infinite spectrum of Sylvanas, and all of them appear to be in a state of chaos as she just slams into her room.
She's gonna just collapse to her knees and start crying into her hands. Eventually, she'll pick herself up and kind of rub her eyes and try to walk downstairs to meet with the others.
All right. As the party reconvenes, Kai Shen and Sharon sitting there as well with your girl Laryssa, but Sylvana is not there.
She comes downstairs. She's gonna kind of give Sass a look and just shake her head.
Lily's here too, right?
Yeah, Lily is
Yeah.
there.
All right. Well, it looks like everybody that is going to be here tonight is here. So for those of us who weren't with us in this last mission, our latest job took us into the Feywild, where time gets really wacky. And in the day that we spent there, a month had passed out here. We weren't aware of this going in, and we're sorry for any concern or troubles this may have caused you all. Going forward in the future, we'll be more wary of contracts that may take us to other planes, if that's a normal thing we deal with. But there's a pretty big elephant in the room to discuss, and if you've noticed, aside from Sylvana, Juby isn't here. The sword she was wielding pushed her into taking a role in the Feywild for Oberon or whatever his name is. She made the choice to take up that mantle, take up that role of being his knight, and she has chosen to stay in the Feywild. Fru, did you write that letter to her family? I'm just guessing that's what you were writing. If that's not it, don't.
They were writing a letter to Snow, but we can also make it that too.
Okay. I mean, if it's not, we
If
can.
that was
work
not a
with-
letter to their family, then I would like it that if we were all to write it together.
Yeah, that's what we can do right here, right now. If Lily, if you don't mind writing it, I don't think. I'm assuming like Kai Shen has a much more broken appearance on his face now, and Asharon's not openly upset, but I'm assuming
Yeah,
Asharon's
Sharon
also.
is impassive, as they seemingly usually are. Kai Shen, when you deliver that news, he kind of like looks down at his hands for a moment as he slides back his own hair and stuff out of his face, and regains his composure. But Laryssa's looking a little droopy, but he's trying to smile for everybody.
Well, blame yourself, Kaishan. This was my doing.
Okay, we can talk about the more personal impacts down the line, but for tonight, I think rest is really important, so don't go hard on yourselves until you've at least gotten 8 hours of sleep, okay? Lily, if you could at least organize a letter or an echanagram to Jubilee's family. I'm assuming you probably have all their contact info. Their daughter has taken up the mantle of Houndmaster for Fey King Oberon, and as such will no longer be working with us. If they have any further questions or inquiries, they can come and we will do our best to answer them, but at their earliest convenience, they need to come and take her belongings. Is there anything else we want to mention?
Note also, she felt she was doing something honorable and to do her duty.
It was her decision. I'll make that very clear. Okay, Lily? Out of character, was that you sneezing, Lily, or is that Fru
That's
going?
very in character.
Okay. Fru.
Does Lily respond, or?
Okay.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Those to you, Malro.
Yes, that was to Malrow.
Oh.
Or to Litro, if you want to repeat the question. Sorry.
Didn't have a question. Just
because you was talking
wondering
to Lily.
if
I
was asking if she was like
for
all
the
right with
Ces
writing the
thing?
letter.
Yeah, okay. I was confused because I was like, did I miss somebody telling or asking Lily something aside from that? No. Of course, I can do it. As your servant, I can complete that task for you.
I don't have
Thank
the
you,
strength to
Miss
argue.
Lily.
Listen, Fru.
They don't turn, but they're just kind of looking away.
What happened was a lot. But right now, I think we all want to sleep. We'll talk about what to do with Rose Gold in the morning, okay?
If I may suggest something.
Shoot.
I know we are all very tired and exhausted right now. So as you say, we should get some rest. However, tomorrow, perhaps in the afternoon after we've had time for these emotions to settle, I would like to hold a meeting about everyone. If that is okay.
This might, judging from the looks on Kai and Fru and herself, this might take more than a day, but
It pertains to these feelings that we have.
Malro, I understand that we should talk about these things, but we all need a chance to... I'm saying give us more than a day, maybe a day or two.
Very well.
Okay, good. If that's everything, I'm gonna go up to my room. Just gonna quickly bump into Paige and sort of like motion her to come up with her.
Fru,
Kind of thoughts.
you go first.
Fru can do their thing first before the cat girls talk.
Yeah. Fru just stands up, picks up the chair, and throws it into the ground before quickly storming off to their room. There's as they pass by, there is a noticeable chill to the air around them.
Malrel will go ahead and just sigh, then go over and start mending the chair.
Are the NPCs gonna do
As
anything on their way up? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Malrow.
As was said before, they need time to digest these emotions before actually talking. So Malrel doesn't really say anything other than just start fixing the chair.
Paishen will kind of very slowly push back his chair and stand up. And, I will be in my room, and I know that for some of you, this may be the first time you've lost a comrade like this. If you wish to help work through it, I can assist you in processing what you're going through. If not, know that this has happened to myself and to others far too many times in the past. And it may very well happen again. So know that you are not alone. And he just turns around and goes back to his room. And Sharon just kind of goes, I'm sorry for your loss. I understand. And they'll just, walk away. And Laryssa's gonna give you a big hug. He's gonna fly over and just pounce on the three of you regardless.
Okay, Paige. Bestie, you there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Paige, did you tell Sylvana about what happened? Is that why she didn't come down?
I wasn't able to get around to that, unfortunately.
What happened?
Something's happening with Sylvana. She's changing a lot, and I'm not sure what's happening, but I think she did something that's I think she did something bad. I know she did something bad.
What
The-
did she do?
Tell you, but please don't confront her about it. Not yet. I'm still trying to figure things out. I want to help her, but
I don't even have the strength to confront Lily right now about her calling herself a servant, so whatever you tell me, I'm just gonna have to take.
Forest was decrepit and gone, and because Sylvana was trying to find a way to look for me again.
She did all that?
Yes, she did.
Ever since her grandfather died, it was pretty obvious that she can't handle loss as well as the rest of us. Maybe her father. Point is, she doesn't handle loss good. And we're talking about the future. We should talk about the future of this group in the morning, but maybe we find Sylvana a nicer place to stay than just a bunch of adventurers that might not come home the next morning.
She's just shaking her head like, no, I don't, I think it would just make it worse.
I don't know.
She needs to stay. I want to help her. I do, and maybe she's just confused right now.
You're not blaming yourself for what she did, are you? I mean, she was concerned about your well-being, but she was concerned about all of us. I mean, it wouldn't just be you that pushed her to go to that edge, right?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to blame any of us for it.
You just got a little too worried, okay? We'll talk about it in the future. Probably tomorrow, ideally. That's just a lot to take in that she did all that.
What if I feel that she's hurt right now, that something's changing in her, and I want to figure out what's wrong.
Can you read any of her notes? I mean, she didn't exactly stay in her own room. Slept in Juby's, slept in mine, slept in yours. Must have left a notebook or two around.
Yeah, I'll try to do some investigating.
I'll try talking to her in the morning, maybe have Kaishen do one of his therapy. I'm a little tentative to ask Kaishen to give her a therapy session after what happened with Juby, but maybe some auto calm down.
Maybe. But what about you, Ces? How are you feeling? I know you put on a brave face. I know you do, and I know it's for all of us, but
Back
please.
at the beach, I told Juby
Uh,
that I dated someone, that I was readily invested in someone for something long term. And that person chose to leave me behind for some grander role in life. So, what happened with Juby was her decision, and she chose to take up that role. And I've been through this, so I know I'll be fine. I might need the night to process some things.
take all the time you need, but kind of looks at your jacket. How dangerous that was.
What do you mean? It was dangerous,
They-
yeah, but nothing more than usual.
Oh, the face said it was worse.
You mean the
Right.
nightmares?
That and the lifespan and what it could do to your body.
What you mean with the nightmares that we fought, or like something else? Out of character, Sess has not noticed that you're like looking at her jacket because she's wearing the jacket, so she thinks you're just looking at her.
Kind of goes and grabs it.
Oh, him? I mean, them? They're fine. They haven't done anything weird so far.
I mean, we weren't worried about Jubilee's sword either. And
Here's
look
the
what
thing.
happened.
Jubilee had that choice to look between us and thinking what was better for us, and she chose that, okay? She got a choice at the end of it. Worst case, if whatever happened with that sword and her happened with me, I'd get that choice, yeah? Besides, if this thing was anything malicious, I mean, it wouldn't have given me back, right?
That what if it happens again?
Well, I work with it just fine, okay?
That's sounding a lot like Jubilee.
I don't want you to think of her when I talk like that. I'm sorry. I'll be fine, okay? I know that doesn't sound good after what happened tonight, but it's been working, and this thing creeps out Prince. It creeps out the Feywild. I mean, that's gotta be worth something to at least protect me, yeah? And to be honest, if this thing can keep me from Juby, I kind of want that right now.
But
It's- Listen, Sylvana told me about the kind of weapons and armor these things are, and for some reason, whatever they're normally supposed to do hasn't happened yet, alright? All this thing has done is make me more powerful, alright? Make me stronger, make me able to keep up with you, okay? So I think it's fine. And I know if the moment it stops being fine, you'll take care of it, okay?
you would let me protect you more.
Protect me just fine, okay? Stop asking about it, alright?
Sorry.
It's alright, it's been a long day, okay? Not as patient as I normally am, I guess.
It's okay. We have a lot to process. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
It's fine. You're just worried, I guess. Are you gonna be fine tonight? I know you and Sylvana were, close.
Need space tonight.
Okay. Then, good night, sis, okay?
I love you.
I love you too. It says, walks off and goes upstairs to her room.
Kind of stands in the hallway by herself for a moment. just decides to walk downstairs for a bit for some fresh air.
All right, so you head outside for a bit for some fresh air. Anything else you'd like to do as you get some breathing space?
She's just crying to herself. She's just hasn't stopped sobbing.
Big old gay tears.
Big
old
ol'
sad gay
big ol'
tears.
Jubilee style tears.
Oh, okay. So she cries her heart out. Eventually, from above you, you see a handkerchief fall from the sky. As you see a pair of big harpy eyes looking down at you from her balcony.
Kenna takes it and like rubs her face really fast, all embarrassed.
No, like, I get it. You can feel free to just, like, vent. I won't tell anybody.
Laryssa, sorry, I didn't mean to. It's just been a long day.
Oh my god, you are telling me, and it's all really awkward now, but, and she flies down from her balcony, and just kind of flops next to you, and wraps a wing around you. She goes, but, like, this, like, stuff happens, and it's okay to feel, like, bad, and, like, it's kind of legit and probably, like, deserved. But, like, you're here, you're still with us, so yeah, just, we're, like, here for you, even if, you guys maybe use a lot of big words at me, but, like, I still think you're really sweet. kind of a nerd, but you're still cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You always know how to cheer people up. We need that right now. So thank you.
Like, totally, I'm like, here, you guys can't get rid of me that easily, not only because I've already made myself home and marked my territory, but, like, somebody's gotta make you guys stop being so fucking sad all the time.
Sorry.
Right. If anyone can do it, it's definitely you.
Totally, it's my talent. I have a way with words, I don't use big words, but I know how to use every word super well.
Change. She'll just kind of go and bury herself into her.
And Laryssa will, hold her close with her wing wrapped around her, and she's just gonna start softly singing a nice calming song that reaches very much into your psyche and soul, and it seems to have a inherently magical effect upon you, as it just causes you to calm. And she'll continue doing that until you're done. But yeah, does everyone else spend the night crying?
Yeah.
I had a thing, Obs.
Yes.
But I will wait.
Yes, Ces.
Sorry, I just gotta answer Lutra's question really quick. Okay, I'm good. It's like 3 in the morning. How the fuck do you sleep after what just happened?
Yeah.
Ces doesn't.
That's the neat part. Faye don't sleep.
Oh, that's great for you. The night before Juby left, she slept with Ces, and those bed sheets still smell like her. Ces is very uncomfortable, so she's gonna get up and take her bed sheets and go to the laundry area and just leave them in the hamper, meaning she's not going to get good sleep tonight because no bed sheets, so she's going to stay up, and she sees a little bucket in the laundry room just unattended, and she takes it, fills it with some water, and takes a few things that her and Laryssa have gathered over their past shopping trips, and she works on a little something over the night, and then looks over at her jacket and goes, okay, I see you staring at me. You will be getting one of these too, okay? All right, it'll be your turn in a bit. Or hold on. And if we're allowed to get to the next morning, Alms.
Yep.
Whenever the party wakes up and sees her, this is Cez's new look.
Cez
Whatever
with the
that
new
wants
drip.
to update. Yeah. Whatever that wants to update on stream.
Oh, sad cat goth.
I will be uploading it I will not be uploading it because it is too big for Discord apparently, but Cez
Discord
is
size queen.
Purple.
Cez is completely changed. Hair dyed, jet black, gold piercings, an abundance of makeup and eyeliner and lipstick, and she's even got the little freckles on, fishnet top, like full goth, like goth jock maybe, but like this is primarily goth. Like God.
You love to see it. You love to see goth Cez.
And yeah, I'll wait for the part. I'll wait for as many people are willing to do the morning talk about what's gonna happen with Gold Rose.
Rose gold.
Rose Gold. Fuck every time.
Yeah, the next morning will come around. I assume Fru is gonna stay in their room.
You betcha.
All right. Asharin will take some breakfast and leave it in front of Fru's room. No, you do good berries, but it's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts.
As everybody gathers up, and as you guys reconvene, Passion's gonna put a hand on Malrau's shoulder and give him a look, like just that very mature man-to-man thing of like, shit's hard. Talking about feelings is hard. So just know that I know that you know feelings are hard. That's the sense he's conveying. Laryssa comes bopping in, as she is wont to do. And even you do see Sylvana come down eventually, and she looks much more kind of haggard, but she's here. And it looks like some of her, to Paige at least, some of her glitch marks have receded. But to everyone else, you don't see any glitch marks, period.
So now that we're all here, or as many of us are willing to wake up.
Yo, got sass! Work it, girl!
I just figured it was time for a little change of pace, I can't exactly wear the same outfit for months on end, Looks at Paige.
Oof.
She just has not stopped staring. Like her mouth is like her jaw's dropped a little.
Sylvana, I know you couldn't come down last night. Are you feeling all right?
Yes, I feel fine.
Okay, you're looking better than I am right now, at least. Anyways, did you hear from anybody about Jubilee?
Yes, I heard from Lily, and I don't know why. I just don't know why.
He made a decision, and I trust in the next coming of days we'll all find our ways to accept that. But listen, I understand for all of you, Juby was a source of inspiration and the major backbone of this group. A lot of us look for leadership, but she isn't here. And the only ones from the original formation of this group are Page and I. And Jubilee herself said Page would be the strongest out of all of us, but she isn't there yet. So for the foreseeable future, sucks having to tell this rather than to earn this, but I'll take over as a more managerial position. I understand that we each have our own expertises, and as jobs change and issues come up, we'll each take a turn taking initiative. But for now, I'd trust that you'll all go to me if there are any issues. Okay?
Everyone, Sylvana kind of looks away at that, and Aishin will just look at Ces and be like, "Are you sure you can accept that kind of responsibility?"
I won't be doing anything stupid like pushing myself to go do something I really shouldn't be now, will I?
Perhaps we should wait a little bit longer before deciding that.
I'm just saying for now, things can change, we'll adapt. And that leads me on to our next point. Adventure companies are never the end goal, right? It's never a reliable way to make ends meet. And with two of our members deciding that they've made their share. Laryssa! I'm sorry, I couldn't keep it in. Should I continue, or do we want to?
Yeah, continue.
Okay, sorry about that. Given how two of our members have gotten their fill of adventuring, we all need to consider that this isn't any of our end goals. So if you feel at a point that a job has worn you out, or we've scored a big one enough for you, you should consider a more long-term employment option. I mean, what I've been thinking about is eventually we'll get a job with a good enough payout that instead of spending that money on healthcare and magic items, we can spend it on opportunities that won't result in us risking our lives for cash. I just want that to be clear, okay? So if you have a goal in mind and you see an opportunity to take it, we'll work it out, okay?
I swore myself to you, and I will stand by that vow.
I have been a mercenary for money for a very long time. I don't see that changing anytime soon.
I don't understand why anyone would want to leave. We're like family.
I did not know Juby for long, but from what I understand, she left because she thought of it as protecting her family.
I loved Jubilee dearly, but she ever thought that leaving us was the answer? I don't understand how she could ever think that.
I know she had her own reasons. And they might not be what we like or what we want, but they were hers to make. And she chose what was best for her. I know we're all gonna miss her dearly, but I have to respect her.
I wanted to wait a little bit longer, but I feel this might be a good opportunity to say, as Kai Shin mentioned yesterday, Some of us are more used to loss than others. I myself have lost many a comrade during the war, and of course, during the mourning. It can be a very painful process, and we all process it differently. Know that we are here, we will support each other, and we will make through this loss, and we will remember why this loss happened. Jubilee, while I do not know her as well as the others of you, so this loss is not as hard on me, I still know the experience, and I can help you with it. More so, she did so because she wanted to protect us. So let's not let that choice go to waste.
Okay. First off, I get everyone's processing this differently, but she is not dead. She made a decision to just change her career pretty much, okay?
I never
And-
said she was,
Then why are we acting like it's a loss?
because in the Fey world, time travels much differently. We were
Yeah.
gone a month for a day. Think about what a service would do.
Yeah, I might not see her again until I'm like old and croaking in a bed someday. But the point is, she's an archfey now. Point is, she can come see us whenever she wants. It's not. What I'm trying to say is, right, I'm not saying any of you have to leave, but I am saying you need to have a goal than just rinse, repeat, job, risk life, get money. Okay? Chain left because they found their passion. Jubilee left because she found a calling to rise to. And on a very second or third job, I can't even remember anymore, we were on a train with another adventuring party. They had suffered numerous losses, and they decided to call it quits there. They pocketed the money, and they moved on. And Sylvana, I am not saying you have to give up this form of family that you found. You can still live here. We can still be together if that's what you want. But I
don't think anyone here is
Don't.
under the implication that in order to stay in this family, we are forced to continue working.
I believe that was implied when Sylvana said, "Who would want to leave this family?" When all I said was, "You should consider your futures." That's it. All right. That's all I'm asking. All right. This line of work isn't for longevity. If Kai Shin wants to live with us forever in some semblance of certitude, we'll talk about that. But I'm not kicking him out the moment we stop adventuring. If Ashar wants to stick around because the Silver Church isn't letting them back into their room, that's fine. They're not getting kicked out. What I am saying is this. This is not an end goal. Okay? Is that clear?
From the start.
What is that even? I don't even care anymore. Fuck it.
Like, Ces, maybe you should, like, chill out a little. Like, they had a makeover and everything, but, like, you know, there are people that are, like, sad.
I know you
All
were
deal.
hurt, but you shouldn't redirect that to others.
It's really hard to like not get angry. Anger is a natural emotion, okay? You can trust me on this. I went to therapy about it, and I was told it was okay for me to get angry. Obviously, how that comes out is important, and it's hard to control. And it's really hard to control when you hear a lot of words that piss you the fuck off. Okay?
We can help you control
That's
the anger a
great.
bit more, funnel it to more healthy avenues.
I'm going to just take that and ignore the fact that I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't hear the fact that I said I went to therapy. But, yeah, I get I'm angry, and I'm sorry if that upset any of you. It's just, it's been a lot. It's a natural response.
Right. Everyone's really worked up right now. We shouldn't let our emotions talk for us. We should just take it slowly for right now. Please.
Page is correct. We are still scarred. It will take time to heal for all of us, I believe.
I'm gonna go check up on Fru.
If
Around nods.
If they don't come to the door, don't pressure them, okay?
Of course. She'll get up. I will note that Paige was on the opposite side of the room that Sylvana was on. But she will get up.
Oh, you're really hammering in the I have nothing to do with you anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, Sylvana will watch Paige leave every step of the way.
You guys can, if you want to wrap stuff up or anything on that side before I do mine.
It's a very awkward and silent breakfast, that's for sure.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Before you get to Fru, Kasha
Yes.
will look at Malral and go, "It is well said. Some process this better than others. I am no stranger to loss either. If you wish to talk about it, you can always speak to me." And he'll go back to eating his breakfast.
Mariel nods and starts eating his own breakfast as well.
Yep. Now, Paige, come to a nice chilly door. What do you do? With some food in front of it.
She definitely notices the food.
The door, like, if you were to touch it, is probably like 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
She's just gonna take her fist and knock up against it. Fruhling, it's me, Paige. Please open the door. Or can I come in?
It's like silent for a bit, and then they just say, I don't think that would be good.
She's gonna kind of look at the doorknob and jostle it for a second. Is it locked?
It is locked.
I know you're hurting now. And I have a feeling you're blaming a lot of this on yourself. But we're all here to help you. I'm so sorry. I know you want to be alone, but just want to make sure you're okay.
I know. There's no way that I can accept this. It was just all so similar.
mean? Rue,
The,
you
the
helped me
day,
so much.
the day that I lost him.
Uh, like
Mitch,
that?
you know I care about you more than many people on this planet. But I just need some time. Because feeling helpless in a moment as those closest to you are taken away, it's just, it's the same all over again.
Just presses her forehead up against the door and has both of her hands on it, trying to get as close as possible to him or to them.
Fru on the other side of the door is against the door themselves. I'm sorry. I want to be there for all of you, but I can't right now. I can't.
You don't always have to be the bravest. You don't always have to be the strongest.
I've never been the strongest. Always been weak. I just thought that I had changed. I thought that I had become better. Better than I was.
Been nothing but a pillar to me. A lot of my strength comes from you. You've been my backbone, Fruhling. And I'm sure a lot of other people in the team would agree. This family relies on you. They love you. You're not weak.
As weak as I've always been. Unable to move. Unable to fight back. Unable to help those that I love. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. There was not much we could do. Jubilee had made her decision.
It's not the decision. She may have made that decision and said it's what she wanted, but that is not. It's what she felt she needed to do. There's no way. There's no way that she would have made that decision if she didn't feel that she had to. I can't accept it. I can't. I cannot.
I'm sure if she heard you right now, she wouldn't think that way at all. She's being strong for us, for herself. She's choosing something for herself.
By condemning herself to a life where she'll never be able to have what it is that she's always dreamed of. She is choosing for herself, yes. I suppose she is.
Feywild more than I do, so I I don't really have a place to speak, but I'm sure whatever she's doing, whatever she's going to do, it'll be because she chose it. She's gonna be as bright and wonderful and magnificent as she was here.
There's no ways that she can be. And Prue will walk away from the door and speak no more.
Kind of with their head still pressed up against it. We'll just take one fist and just beat it against the door. And then she'll straighten herself up and walk away.
All right. In the time that follows, a package will arrive at the door addressed to Fruhling on behalf of Winter's Bite. And Ces will be the one who happens to see this package arrive. As she flicks back her hair. Ces? If Ces is currently available. Otherwise, it's time for Paige to do some mind
Sorry.
fuckery. All right.
Sorry, apologies. I had to mute. All right. So if no one's gonna stop her with a box, she's gonna go up to Fru's room and she knocks on the door. Hey, Fru, you in there? It's not Paige. It says. Yeah, listen, I got this package that came for you, and you haven't come out in how many days has it been, Obs? Like 3. All right, it has been a unnatural number of days.
3 days, we'll say.
Yeah, 3 days. So if you want this package, because it seems kind of important, you're gonna have to open the door. I'm not gonna leave it here because you know, porch thieves are always a problem. Yeah. Says is doing her best to convince
Doorway thieves.
Yeah. It says
Porch
says
thieves
the
with a
doorway
deep infiltration into the house.
So it's silent for a bit, but slowly, Fru from inside the room will get up and will open the door. And just, you see them. They are blue. Unsurprising, but they are blue.
You're looking more blue than usual.
That is a word for it. Their hair is like disheveled as well. Like the braid is undone, and it's just kind of loose at this point. Very, very disheveled.
Listen, I need a signature for this package. And in order for you to do that, we're gonna have to go inside and talk. So can I come
Says
in?
using humor as a coping mechanism.
It's either that or getting angry, and the latter doesn't seem well liked around here. So
But anger can be a valid. Come in.
says, walks in. I'm assuming there's either there is a spot that is not covered in what I'm assuming is a bedroom mess.
Yeah. So you as the door opens up and they let you see the room. There is like a layer of like frost, like basically all over the room, and you can see that like there's a bunch of holes in the wall, similar to what we talked about from when Juby was there, from them taking aim and stuff like that. But the one thing that immediately catches your mind is on the table in the back, you see both of their crossbows as well as all of their bolts just snapped, shattered, and broken.
Were you training or something? Is this a replacement crossbow? She like puts the box on the table next to the broken weaponry.
No, it's what I've always needed.
Let's sit and talk. That seems like the natural progression here.
Close the door, please.
Yeah, so I was gonna get up, close the door, and then go back and sit next to Fru.
How is everyone?
You want me to go down the list or in general?
I think it needs to be general for now because I don't know if I could take it.
Everyone's coping in their own way, and some of us are offering to help, and some of us, I mean, have you seen me? This is your first time seeing me like this, isn't it?
It is the first time. I do see you, Ces.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Back
People
in
are
the oh, go ahead.
say people are trying to accept it. That's what I gathered from what Page said.
We're doing our best, but it's strange. You know, Paint left, Juby left. I mean, she just got a new job as far as I'm concerned, yeah?
No. No, she did not.
It's how I'm dealing with it. Listen, back in the Feywild, you knew that whatever Juby was gonna take up that role, that was bad, right? You're telling me right now that it's bad.
I am bad for her.
Why did you offer yourself up?
Because I've lived my life, I've lived my happiness. And I know what it is that they do there. And I know that Juby would never find that happiness that I wish so dearly for them there.
It's her happiness to pursue, and
It's
beyond.
not there.
We all
You
make
knew-
stupid decisions and
You knew
forget.
her better than anyone.
I don't know if I do.
None of us knew this was coming, Ces, dear.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not blaming myself for not seeing the fact that that sword was possessed. I'm upset because I thought I trusted her with a very important thing I faced in the past, and here I am facing it again because of her.
She still needs you.
I think she's quite capable of taking care of herself right now. Why are you blaming yourself?
Because
Why are
I
you
caused
taking
this.
Did you shove that sword in her hand? Did you
No, but I told her to embrace it.
That is an open-ended piece of advice. That is not you forcing her to do that. That is not your responsibility. Okay, if we want to go from that angle, we can all play a pot with you, Fru. I mean, take a look at me. She felt the need to protect us, and I did not help going down every time we fought something. Should I take some of that blame? It's not fair to me. that's not fair to you. Now, if you want to feel bad about what she did, if you feel a little bad with the advice, that's fine, but don't throw yourself away. If you don't think I was fine with Jubilee leaving, what made you think I was fine if you left? Or if Page would be fine with that?
Because when it comes to lives well lived, I've had mine.
True. I can't believe that. When we found you, you're working for LD, which I can tell you is never a wholly happy life. And
No. That life was not my happy life.
when was it? What's this happiness that you feel so content with that you're willing to throw away the rest of your life?
They sigh deeply and just kind of take a second before opening up to say, "Let me tell you a story, Ces.
Yeah.
A story of a little girl who wanted for nothing in her life. She had the perfect home, the perfect husband, and lived in a perfect little town. One day, on their way home from a beach trip, they found their home burned to the ground, and all the people she knew and loved in the village were dead. She was forced to watch as the ones closest to her were taken, crucified, and killed, leaving only her alive as a cruel and twisted joke of survivor's guilt. That day the pendulum swung for this little girl. She gave up everything and cast away it all, hid away in the corner where her tears could never come to the surface again. She trained to become the ultimate killer and assassin, and threw away her identity and became who she thought she needed to be at that time. She knew who she was not strong enough. So they wandered, isolated, vengeful, and cold. They did whatever it took to finally find their revenge on the peoples who hurt her. They murdered, tortured, and had sex with anything that was needed for the job, and did it with a practiced but fake smile. For more than 20 years they wandered, alone and unfeeling, until they crossed paths with a plucky group of adventurers who needed help winning an arena match. They stayed with them, claiming that it was for their own self-interest. There was some part of them that started to live vicariously through them. They reminded them when their life was filled with joy, love, and promise. And so they stayed, feeling a different kind of joy, love, and promise than before. Once it screamed, protects them, make sure they can live the best lives that they can, helps them chase their dreams and find that same love you lost on that fateful day. And so now, here they are, coming back home from the beach once again, only to lose one of those that was dearest to them again. Being told that this was all for them as if they were alive in the first place. Watching her give up her dream and her love in exchange for an eternity of isolation from those that care about her and a people that will never give her what she always wanted. I thought for the first time since then that I could finally feel that happiness again. But I suppose just like then I was naive. I wasn't strong enough to stop them now, too. Nothing has changed, and I'm still the weak, powerless little girl that I was then. But I won't be like that anymore. Not for one more godforsaken day. If all the world wants from me is to suffer endlessly for the rest of eternity, so be it. I know that I will be strong enough next time. I'm not losing anyone else. Never again. And I'm going to save her. Because this is my fault. I pushed her to embrace it. I pushed her to do whatever it takes. The pendulum is swinging back, and I will never let go of those I care about. The rest of the world can freeze over for all I care. All I know is that from now on I will keep everyone safe.
Or, thanks for trusting with that. Um, I'm sorry, just those last words. It's just that was the sentiment Juby had, and for whatever you're going to do, whatever actions you're going to push yourself to do because of this, I can't stop you from feeling guilty or from this maternal instinct you have. You have to promise me something. You won't throw away your happiness for any of ours the way you claim Juby did. If you truly want her to be happy, you have to live up for the example you want her to live. You get that?
I will not compromise anyone's happiness.
That
Of
includes
that,
your own.
I promise you.
If that includes your own, then I am happy. Juby really made you relive. I mean, she didn't intentionally, but it came up again because of what happened, yeah?
Tackled to the ground, watching them fade. I don't blame you for that. I want to be clear. I understand. But I know you know that it hurts, even if you don't mean it.
You want to know why I'm angry at Juby right now? Why I'm pushing everyone to move past it, and why I'm trying to focus on the fact that she made that choice? Back on the beach, I told her about someone that I wanted to get my happiness with, the same way you had your happy life. And they made a decision to go to a higher calling, and seeing Juby do the same thing hurts. So, if your trauma came up, I'm just sharing mine to be even, since mine came up the same way.
Oh, Ces. They're gonna reach over and just kind of try and attempt to bring you in for a hug.
She's like, she's got her legs up in her arms now, and it's like a little ball, and then she will like go into the hug, but it's not hugging you back. She is in ball form. It is fucking cold in here.
Fair. I'm starting over. To be this person that I always should have been.
Is whatever in that box supposed to help you with that?
It is. They're gonna take the box and open it up. And inside of it, you see there's a small wand, as well as a gem made out of different shimmering scales of each of the chromatic dragon flights. And they're gonna take it and just hold it, cast it out in front of them, and let it spin for a bit. They're just gonna say, "This was my engagement gift from him, from Dolgrin."
He must have loved you a ton. All I got from mine was a collar.
He loved me more than the entire world, and I loved him back just as much. And so he may be gone now. I think, in a way, this is more of what he would have wanted from me. Thank you for sharing this moment.
Anytime, Fru.
About that.
Gesundheit.
No.
Um,
I. It's not my name.
it's. Do you want to tell me now, or do you want to wait and tell everyone you show off what you got in here?
I don't want it to be some grand reveal, but I told Jubilee, and she told me to be myself. So, here I am. Ilya. The little girl that I've always been.
Okay, Ilya. I'll let you change. Yeah,
Hmm.
change clothes. Oh, as a heads up, Malral and Kaya extra eager to help people and try to be supportive and all that. Just don't be afraid to be open with them. They mean well.
There's still a deep anger in me. I know you know that. This whole situation is just foul. But I will keep everyone safe. Will keep everyone happy. To the best of my abilities.
He gives you a simple nod and then heads out of the room. And I know Ilya said she didn't want a grand reveal, but says is actively going to try to get as many people to wait outside of Ilya's room.
So, as they kind of take a second, take a deep breath, and just kind of bring the focus back to them, they'll just stare down at it and just say, I'm home. And then they're gonna go ahead and take what's left of the box, which is a change of clothes. And the clothes that they're wearing are very similar to one that they are currently wearing, but it's more of a robe. So they kind of take a second and put it on, strap it together with a little gem laid into the center of it. You take out a rather large pair of spectacles, put them on, take off their jewelry, and replace them with the set that their mom wore. And just take a deep breath before walking outside.
New reactive who dis?
Go.
Who is joining Ces outside of Ilya's door, by the way? Because we seeing this.
You will actually have a shard is creeping nearby.
Oh, hey. Managed to hook them in too. Let's go.
Paige will be there a little. She's trying not to be mad. She knows there's too many emotions. But she'll be there. If not
Sass,
stubbornly.
I told you not to make this a spectacle.
Oh, no, we just all happened to be out here, and I figured this was a good way to let us take steam off things. My makeover didn't help, but I'm hoping yours does.
I know you're lying, Sess.
I was never good at it.
Hello. My name is Ilya, and I'll be here for you forevermore.
Nice to meet you, Ilya.
Full name.
Would you like to come downstairs and join us for a meal?
I think I'm a little done with eating good berries for the rest of my life. Yes, I will join you.
Good. Ilya worked very hard on this meal. I would hate for it to go to waste, though I won't say no to an extra portion. He gives a kind smile and kind of like beckons you to like join the team.
They'll walk forward and they're gonna. Is Paige hiding in a corner essentially?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. And just kind of look at her and just smile. And then look over to Asharin and just see if there's any reaction from them.
They have one eyebrow raised as they look at you, and they go, "It has been a long time."
It has. 25 years. And I think that we may have skipped over it, but my 100th birthday was over this past month. And they often say that when you turn 100, you choose your true name. So I felt it was appropriate. So I just want to say, properly, yes, Ilya, husband of wife of Dokrin, my love for all eternity. And I'm here. I'm here.
I guess I was right when I said that it was claims of your death were premature.
I didn't realize it until very recent. But yes, I'm happy to be back.
They just kind of nod and pick up the plates that had been accumulating outside your door and just walk away without saying anything.
And they'll walk down.
All right. This is probably a pretty good time now that everybody is gathered
feel good
together.
moment?
Everybody's gathered together after a beautiful moment to have a meal. Lily is gonna come running over from the front door. There's somebody here to see you.
Malrel will go up and walk towards the door.
And Maris, who's there to see them?
Oh boy, here we go.
I have
Yeah.
been waiting to hear that voice. Let's
Back.
go. That's our
It's your
king. That's
girl.
our
Let's
man.
go.
So at the front door, it's Malral who's opening the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know this person, but
do
you
not.
see before you a very tall, 6 foot some inches, pink tiefling woman. Looks startlingly similar to Jubilee. However, just a little bit older and very more bold in her attire, and accessories and dark makeup, and still having this very similar expression on her face, the quirked eyebrow of disapproval. And knowing that she doesn't know you, she will just say very simply, I got your letter. May I
Are you-
come in?
Of course. You must be Miss Revermont's sister.
She'll give a very tight, curt smile. Ordinarily, this compliment would please her tremendously.
I love it.
But
He doesn't know who
I know.
you are.
We know.
Absolutely, I know. But
This is literally just
She-
him assuming.
I get it. But she'll just smile and say, I'm her mother.
I see. Then I'm sure you have many questions.
I do. And
We
she,
will try our best to answer. And he steps to the side and holds out an arm to allow her in.
she'll give a little polite nod, strut her way inside, and beeline to where she hears the collective talking of people wherever they all are at the moment.
Shed will go give a kind of sideways glance to her and go, Lady Cox. He's the only companion that met her.
Jiao. Well, I got your letter. Now, can someone kindly explain properly to my face, where is Jubilee?
Let me.
You sure, Ilya?
I am.
Okay.
I think they could explain it best.
Your daughter, proud and headstrong as she is, has entered into a pact, or had, with a king of the Fae, and has decided that is what they felt they needed to do. And so, that's where they are. But I speak for myself at the very least. That is not where they will stay.
No, I should certainly say it isn't. And you all let her go?
No. The second that this started to happen, I said that I should take her place. We did everything that we could to try and convince her not But she didn't listen.
It seems y'all weren't particularly convincing.
Not particularly convincing to a girl with the stubbornness of a bull.
Hmm.
She doesn't know what she got herself into.
And what exactly did she get herself into?
She is now the Hound Master. It's a knight of the Wild Hunt, destined for a life of indentured servitude to a group that wants nothing more than to hunt, drink, and fornicate with each other. That is what she wanted. But I think not.
She felt like she had to go to this other life, as you say.
Like she had no choice.
Well, whatever she thought was the right thing to do, and whatever happened between all of y'all, it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to get her back.
Ilya will walk up to Euphoria and just be like, and you can know that I will be there by your side 100% of the way with everything that I have.
Good. Glad to know there's still some sense left in you.
Who am I to stop a mother from trying to scold her child?
That's the other thing. Who are you exactly? I don't I don't remember you.
I'm new.
Hmm.
My name is Malrel.
Malrel.
I did not know your daughter long, but in the time that I did,
Hmm.
I feel as though she made an impression.
As she should.
Quite a definitive one, and he shows the scar that Heel made.
She will crack a genuine, like the first genuine smile at that. She'll be like, good. Glad to see she wasn't slacking off.
Far from it. She trained every single day to be strong enough for us. Foolish, pride-filled girl that she was.
Yeah, that sounds like her. I don't rightly reckon where she got it. But
Malrel raises an eyebrow.
But I'm going to do everything I can to get her back. Because this... And she pulls out the letter that you all sent her. This did not make a lick of sense to me. I cannot imagine what was going on through her head to make her think that just up and leaving was the best choice for her, her family, and her friends.
Would you like to send a message to her?
She'll sort of quirk a brow at that. Is that an option? Have
Yet,
y'all talked to her?
I was wanting to wait until emotions were a bit more calm. But I do have a spell, an ability, that allows me to send short messages across great distances.
Yes, Yes, it's. And she'll clear her throat and calm herself. Just, it's worth a shot, isn't it?
It will have to wait till tomorrow. I need time to prepare.
Tomorrow.
And note that it does travel great distance. If in another realm, there's a chance it won't reach. But we
I
can try
understand.
multiple times.
I understand.
Um, uh, Lady Cox, my name
I
is Sylvana.
think Euphoria is just fine, darling.
Um, Lady Euphoria,
Better.
my name is Sylvana Lale. I was a friend of your daughter's.
Yes, I remember your file.
File?
Anyway,
Laryssa will bounce on over and like hold out her her wings in full extent as she like goes in for a hug on Euphoria. My name is Laryssa Stormtalon. Pleasure.
yes, nice to meet you.
I was a friend of your daughter's, and I have to say that you have a pretty hot family.
That is a very astute observation.
Like, you're a lot taller, so I guess you got a lot more going on there. She's more compact, but like, yeah, nice. And she like does a pair of thumbs up and she backs off.
Trying so hard to not crack. Oh my god.
And then Asharid will just give a slight bow and be like, "My name is Asharid Solace. I worked with your daughter previously. It is good to see you in the flesh after all I've seen and heard and read about you."
Ah, you've read up on me too then, huh?
Professional courtesy.
I don't believe you knew my real name, but you know me as Fruhling. But that is the name no longer rings true to me. So please, my name is Ilya.
It's nice to formally meet you, Ilya.
A pleasure to meet you as well, Euphoria.
I got your letter too, but I hope you'll pardon my lack of response as I had other things going on.
I do not mind in any way, shape, or form. I did whatever it takes for that goal, including reaching out to someone such as yourself. And now, I will do whatever it takes for this goal.
So the concerns in which you previously wrote to me are no longer concerning?
The Church of the Silver, the Seekers of the Silver Flame, still exist, twisted souls that they are. But, in the wise words of a noble woman, sometimes it's best to know when to put down the sword and protect those dearest to you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I find revenge can be distracting.
It is a distraction I mean to eliminate permanently.
Still sounds like revenge is on the table then.
If it pops up, I will not say no to freezing their bodies into nothingness. They did kill my husband.
Well, who am I to deny a woman a chance to right the wrongs done to her?
Exactly.
Lily comes walking forward and does a deep curtsy as she looks up at Euphoria. Goes, my name is Loudly Wei. They call me Lily. I served your daughter. Would you like to come for breakfast?
Oh, thank you, little one. I think I will join you. Thank you.
I have already told you my name, but in case you were curious, I'm an old veteran medic. I help patch these fellows up if ever they get too hurt.
Yes. I don't think I got the chance to read over your file just yet. I had other concerns. But I trust that if you, all of you, were working alongside Jubilee, then she had a lot of trust in your abilities.
It was the last thing that she spoke to me of before we left. She
Was
asked. She asked me to trust her. And said that she trusted me.
And proud girl.
I
I'm
always
also-
told her not to trust me.
I wouldn't either based off of your background. But
Fair. Absolutely fair.
but it seems you really turned a corner.
Trying.
You know, I'm also a smith. And I told Jubilee, before all that happened, that the world is like an ingot. You shape it how you want it. Thing is, we all have blacksmith hammers too. So we're going to shape it how we want it. And get back your daughter.
She'll crack a fanged smile at that. Just good. I'm glad to hear that. And she'll look over at the rest of the party, particularly the two cats. And what do you all think?
I don't like thinking in general, ma'am.
I think we have the same mindset as you do. We want to do what we can to help. I'm Paige, by the way. I don't know if I introduced myself yet.
I know, darling.
Yeah, we've
Page and Ces.
Yeah, you remember me? I flexed on you, X.
Oh, he was raving after you left.
Uh-huh. Just means I was right. But yeah,
What did
she
you
laughs.
do?
She laughs genuinely at that.
oh,
I don't know if you should say short girls do it best to a tall woman.
Yeah, she'll just have to find out.
You did
But,
what now?
She
Sylvana just like spits out her coffee.
after meeting myself, my husband, and his wife, Ces here had the bright idea of calling out my ex-husband on his taste in women, claiming that short girls do it better.
I had my
You-
reasons.
We
You
do
are
have
in
a
the
type.
presence of two tall women now. You do know that.
Says just quietly sips her drink while
Kai
Euphoria just gives a little wink like, It's all right. She ain't wrong.
Yeah.
But that's not important right now. I need to know if we're all in agreement that we can find some way to fix this.
Fish for nothing more.
I've been fixing things all my life.
This ain't gonna be. But I know there's a very diverse skill set of extraordinarily talented adventurers in this room. I think we put our heads together and we can see Jubilee again.
There's a sense of relief that kind of falls over Ilya, as they were worried that they would be alone in their desire. And they just close their eyes and just sit there for a moment. One thing that the files on us may not have told you. I just want to be clear for everyone. I'm not firing a crossbow anymore. That was the other person. I freeze people. Cold. It's the power of the Feywild and the Court of Seasons. That is my power. I hope to demonstrate it for you soon.
I'll
I
try
see.
not to melt them.
So, like, are you gonna be staying here or something? Are you gonna take Jubilee's room, or do you want your own?
Well, if
I
we don't get the
plan
daughter
on-
back, then it wouldn't be great to take her room.
I plan on staying for as long as it takes to know that Jubilee isn't forgotten. I know that y'all have other priorities as well. You need to go on jobs to keep this house. I understand how all this works. But I'm going to help you expedite that process so we can focus on what really matters.
We would be honored to have you, Lady Euphoria.
She'll just kind of look expectantly at everybody else.
I've already said yes 3 times now. I can say it a 4th if you like.
I like hearing men saying yes to me, so.
Sylvana coughs again.
In that case, yes.
Good.
Well, I know that if it's possible, then if we can help change her mind, I can do what I can. I've been exploring some things connected to the Fae.
Page tenses.
That's a start.
Like, sorry.
No, you go ahead. It doesn't matter.
Like, I was there when she said it, and it sounded like a yes or no deal, but like, if you want to like tell her no, that's cool. I'm just kind of here along for the ride, and because the house is nice, and because like these people are pretty cool.
Oh, darling. Oh, all right. Thank you for your input.
She is doing her best.
a shard will just say, I'm here to serve, and I will follow that until its logical conclusion.
I want to do what I can to help.
I know how much she must have meant to y'all. I certainly know how much y'all meant to her. I refuse to believe she would truly be willing to give you up. So thank you. I'll need your help. And I thank you for you offering it.
Of course. This family deserves the happiness of a warm embrace.
Maybe if I tell her my spell about all the great jokes I can tell her, she'll want to come back.
If anything, that will make her groan and grumble. You know she never gets some.
She was starting to.
As Shen will put down his coffee, he's gonna slowly look over at Euphoria and say, I understand you have your doubts as her mother, but she did make her own decision.
That doesn't mean it was the correct one.
But it was her decision to make.
Does not stop others making decisions they want to make.
I'm sure if she understood exactly what it was she was getting into and how it would affect those left behind, she would not have made that choice.
I do not think you're giving your daughter enough credit.
No, enlighten me since you know so much about my daughter.
I have spent much time with your daughter, helping her explore her feelings, helping her train to be better. And I can tell you that you do not give her enough credit. She was learning what it took to be a leader, and she made a decision. Perhaps you should respect that decision more and respect the decision-making of your daughter.
What is Euphoria's face right now?
She is visibly unhappy right now.
Malrail, just seeing the tension starting to grow, like stabs a carrot with his fork on his plate and goes like nervously trying to break the tension a bit. What do you call an angry carrot?
No.
A steamed veggie.
No. Kai Shen, do you realize where it is that she is?
I do not understand where she has gone. I just know that when you are a leader, you must make decisions, and she decided to make her own. I will serve you, as I have vowed to do so. I am simply voicing my opinion from my experience with your daughter, that she deserves more credit than you are giving her. She was stronger than you believe she is.
I raised my daughter enough to take care of others and herself. What she did actively goes against that. As her mother, it is up to me to rectify this incorrect decision.
Lady Euphoria. Miss Jubilee made such a decision because she believed it was the best way to protect us. I know you may disagree, but that was her decision.
You certainly like to
I
flip-flop on
am
this decision,
also.
don't you?
I am not saying it was the right decision. I am simply saying it was her decision. It should be respected. Much how I hope to respect your decision, so you may talk to your daughter again.
My daughter would not decide to leave behind everyone who loves her unless it was under duress or some other ill-fated force. Now, I know that she had been undergoing some changes. I'm sure everyone living under this roof saw it too. Some sort of fey nonsense had changed my daughter.
I am not so sure about that. During my time with her, I feared such might be going place after I examined her weapon. Thus, I started putting subtly, when we were together, such as in battle or when it would be less noticed, small things to help with mind-influencing magics. Yet her decisions were still the same, all the way through. Perhaps I was not strong enough, or perhaps she was less influenced than you may think. Either way, you may ask her tomorrow.
Suppose we'll never really know until she explains herself. But she'll give a very pointed look at Kai Shen. Regardless, I'm not simply giving up on her. I need to hear it from myself. If this is truly what she wants.
None of us are asking that you do so. We are here to support you.
The choice made under such intense emotional duress is not always what you should do.
Action will put down his cup of coffee, pull back from the table, stand up, look at Euphoria, and say, I understand your aggravation with me and the words I say. I have been a parent too. All I can tell you is that I speak with honesty and an honest assessment of the situation rather than simply telling you what you want to hear. I have the words written by your daughter, that if you wish to review them, you are welcome to. Otherwise, I will be in my room. And he will depart.
I'm assuming Ces and other members of the group have raised their ears and eyebrows at that comment.
Very much so.
She just purses her lips. Just says, I don't care for that man much.
He is simply grieving in his own way.
Yes.
So,
To him, I am sure it is like a tutor losing a student. It is painful, and they wish to think the best of them.
so what now?
Well, if we wish to hear what Kaishin said about Jubilee's writings, we can go talk to him. Or, if that last conversation made it a bit too awkward to do it right away, we can probably help Lily with the dishes.
She looks visibly confused at that suggestion.
Lady Euphoria,
Do what with the what now?
I believe that I may be the best person to give you the inner workings of how the fake quartz work. I would be glad to assist in providing that knowledge for you.
Very good. To start.
You may also wish to figure out what you want to send to Jubilee. It can only be a short message, about 25 words or so. I can do it a few times a day,
Right.
and she will respond back in just as many words. You may want to explain that as well in the first
Right.
message.
Thank you. I will ponder on that and choose my words carefully.
If-
While I do wish to deliver a message from a mother to a daughter, note if they are particularly negative or forceful. I would feel uncomfortable doing so.
What exactly do you think I would say to her?
I don't know. I only just met you.
Well, if Cess is gonna help with the dishes, maybe I could show you to a room.
Thank you. That sounds good. I'll follow you.
Rel will start collecting plates.
Oh, yes, Lady Cox. And she does a little curtsy as she scampers forward, and she'll take you past all the various rooms, and she'll kind of just point out whose room's who as she goes along. And that one, that's Kai Shen's, that's Kai Shen Zhao's, and that one, that's your daughter's, and that one's.
Hold on. 1 minute. This one was Juby's?
Oh, yes, Lady Cox.
Thank you. And she'll note that, and she's gonna go back to it after Lily shows her to her own room, but she'll keep following Lily.
Yep, and then Lily will go to one of the open rooms and go, this one isn't currently occupied by anybody. If you need anything, please let me know. I can get you extra linens or pillows or maid service, whatever you desire.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure this will be sufficient. I might need some extra pillows.
Yes, of course, Lady Cox. And she does another little curtsy as she scampers away.
She'll do a quick look around the room, see it's totally acceptable, kind of like a person inspecting a hotel room, like, yeah, this is a bedroom. All right.
Check for bed bugs, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And she'll go back to Juby's room, and we don't have to like role play anything out, but just she's gonna sit there and ponder and not like rifle through her belongings, but like just kind of looking for answers where probably none exist right now.
Gotcha. Yep. So you see surrounded by relics of your daughter long gone. And as you sit there, you do see a little kitty face looking from the hallway at you with big violet eyes.
I remember you too. Little tubby thing.
Looks a little affronted at that. His ears go back a bit. Meow. And he's gonna
come now.
Come over and flop on your legs.
No, Euphoria, get out of there.
Not again.
He's a peeping Tom.
She'll just keep absent-mindedly petting him while looking around at Juby's stuff and doing the thing where she's trying really, really, really hard to not get emotional. But is failing a little bit.
Yep. As you sit alone with your cat, surrounded by all the things that used to be, we will end here for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, my wonderful players, and our new addition, Euphoria.
Euphoria.
You know, and trans rights or human rights. Let's go, Ilya. So yeah, please go check out all these wonderful players. Also, you know, you can still check out my charity. We're raising money through Wednesday. I misspelled charity. I hope you all had fun tonight. I know it was emotionally heavy, a little crazy. There was some jokes, some soft bimbo hours as well, and now we've got new faces and new adventures ahead of us. So we will have more interlude action next time. If y'all haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch, give me a sub over on YouTube, a follow on Twitter, and you join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. I will be back here on Wednesday, hopefully for some art practice. So if you want to come see some digital art, please come on by. It'll be a lot of fun. Got to update these overlays for our new names and additions. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope the players had fun. I hope there were lots of tears shed.
Pain. So much pain.
So we are going to raid my friend Jafar. It is their birthday today, and they've been playing Hunt for like 9 hours.
Jesus.
So we're gonna go send them some love. They're a very cute jackal VTuber. I know them in real life. They're very sweet. And so I hope you all have a great night. And if you're a follower, copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, copy down the Knight's message. And I hope you all have a good night. Bye.
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 Bye.